Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And today we will be starting the 13th adhyaya of Kshetrajña Vibhag Yoga. Previously we completed the reading of 12th chapter, the beautiful Bhakti Yoga. And Sri Krishna enlightened us, enriched us with the knowledge of what is devotion, what are different paths of devotion, which among these paths is the supreme most. Just with one query of Arjuna as to, Krishna, please tell me which among these two devotees, the devotee who worships you with form or the devotee who meditates on your formless aspect, which among these devotees is better, which among these devotees is well established in the yoga. And Sri Krishna told very clearly that the one who worships me in the manifest aspect, me as Krishna, me as Rama, me as Buddha, me as Jesus, one who worships me having embodied, having taken the form, that devotee certainly is great. But again, Sri Krishna says, the devotee who worships by non-manifest form, unmanifest form, my formless aspect is also equally great. Both are dear to me, both are equally great, but the problem is the path that they choose. A devotee who likes to worship the God in form, the idol in front of me, the great beautiful idol of Lord Krishna, beautiful idol of Goddess Kali, Goddess Durga. Yes, he has got some definite thing before him, but he can or she can also meditate upon the avyakta aspect of mind, Sri Krishna says, and from that path also you reach me with worshipping with form, worshipping the formless aspect of mind. With both the forms you reach me. But then Krishna said that worshipping my formless aspect, worshipping my unmanifest form, my avyakta form is extremely difficult. Klesho dhikatarastesham avyaktam paryupasate. It is the path of worshipping me in my unmanifest form, in the avyakta form, because there is no form. There is no form, no qualities can be attributed to that form to which we can focus our mind on. And then Sri Krishna told us about those different paths, how we can develop that devotion towards the Lord. The path of abhyasa, Krishna said, you do abhyasa. Day in and day out, every moment you try to fix your mind on me. It will go here and there, doesn't matter. But try to worship me. Try with every worship that you are doing, offering flowers, offering leaves, offering prasad to me, to my form. You try to focus your mind on me. But Sri Krishna says, that may not fetch you immediate results. Maybe you have to, we have to slog for lives and lives and lives, number of lives. So Sri Krishna says that among these different paths, then Sri Krishna categorized which are the difficult path, which are the more stressful path, and which are the superior most path, which are the paths which can give immediate results. So Sri Krishna had told us that Shreyo hi jñānaṃ abhyāsāt jñānāt dhyanam vishishyate dhyanāt karma phalatyagat tyagat shanti nirantaram. He says, abhyasa you can do, of course. That way you will reach me. But better than doing the abhyasa, better than spending your efforts in the abhyasa yoga, in practice, better is to gain my knowledge. Gain knowledge by study of scriptures, gain knowledge by studying Upanishads, get knowledge by studying books. That is better. That is superior. But even superior than spending your time in gaining knowledge is meditating upon me. Jnānāt dhyanam vishishyate. Dhyan, meditate upon me. Think about my vast nature. You don't think about my form, doesn't matter. You think about my unmanifest aspect. You think of me as the vast space surrounding you. I have filled the whole space. You think of me as the vast ocean, that mighty water body, which doesn't have a beginning, which doesn't have an end. It goes endless. And just consider me to be that. So, jnānāt dhyanam vishishyate. Then finally Sri Krishna said, Dhyanāt karma phalatyagaha. And better than dhyana is to renounce the fruits of action. Whatever you are doing, keep on doing it as my work. Don't take it take that botheration of considering it is your work and you have to reap the benefits, or you have to face the consequences of the work that you are going to do. Don't bother on those things. Just do the work for my sake. Karma phalatyaga, you renounce the fruits of action. And why so? Tyagat shanti nirantaram. This renunciation, this giving up of the I-ness, this giving up of the attitude of I am the doer, this will bring you instant peace of mind, and that will be everlasting peace. That peace won't be troubled. Otherwise, normally what happens with us? What is peace basically? Peace is a gap between two desires. We get a desire. All our efforts we spend in attaining those, fulfilling those desires, and we lose peace of mind. And after a long time, after a long struggle, okay, fine, we fulfill one desire. Now we are at peace. But how long that peace sustains? Immediately another desire crops up. Again our efforts, again we lose that peace. So the gap between these two desires, that is peace, which is not at all lasting. Constantly the desire after desire, they keep up cropping in our mind and we lose our peace. But Sri Krishna says that this peace that you will receive at the renouncing, at the giving up of the fruits of actions, the peace that you receive, that you enjoy at the end of while doing the work for me, giving up I am the doer attitude, that peace, it is not only instant, nirantara. It is not only instant, it is everlasting. And then Sri Krishna told us all those beautiful traits and qualities and characteristics of the devotees that Sri Krishna has been telling us, that such devotees are dear to me, so very dear to me. adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukakshami. All those devotees who are devoid of any hatred, jealousy, of I-ness, of the ego, of pride, of high-headedness, and who are friendly to all, who have compassion for all the beings, all such devotees, and they are dear to me, so very dear to me. And he had listed down the names, he had listed down all those qualities of the devotees which are dear to him. And then finally he also talked about the class of devotees who are balanced in the handling the pairs of opposites, who don't get troubled, who don't get disturbed, who don't get overjoyed, who are absolutely calm, peaceful, and with a balanced state of mind, whichever may be the circumstances, good or bad, holy or unholy, joyous or sorrowful, they are absolutely same. Nothing disturbs them, nothing overjoys them. Their emotional quotient is so very wonderful. It is absolutely balanced. They don't start jumping up and down if some little good happens to them. They don't start shedding tears if some little bad happens to them. They take every happening in their life as the gift of the Lord. So that again was the wonderful trait that Sri Krishna had told us about the devotees who are dear to him. And then finally Sri Krishna in the 20th Shloka had spoken about the devotees who are atīva me priyaha, the bhaktaha atīva me priya, who are exceedingly dear to me. That's what Sri Krishna had told, and he had completed this bhakti yoga by saying ye tu dharmyamrutamidam yathoktam paryupasate. Whatever knowledge that I have given to you about this immortal dharma, about this immortal sanatana dharma, whatever this knowledge I have given to you, one who follows that knowledge with deep shraddha, considering me to be the supreme most, that devotee, bhaktaha te atīva me priyaha, is exceedingly dear to me. So he has given us a kind of a thing to take away from that 12th adhyaya, that how Krishna wants us to evolve ourselves on this spiritual path so that we can become exceedingly dear to him. We can become Lord's beloveds. So that was about the Bhakti Yoga, and today we start another a wonderful philosophical discussion in terms of Kshetrajña Vibhag Yoga. Now what is this Kshetrajña Vibhag Yoga? Kshetra is field of action. Like Kurukshetra is the field of action for that war which is going to happen the moment Arjuna starts, gets ready to pick up his bow and arrow and tells Krishna, yes, here I am ready. Unlike the Arjuna of the first adhyaya where he went into that vishad, distress, frustrated. So, Kshetrajña, the field, and Kshetrajña is knower of the field. Now what that field is and who is that knower of the field, that we are going to deliberate, that we are going to contemplate, that we are going to discuss. Sri Krishna is going to tell us something on that front. Now there is one peculiar thing about this 13th adhyaya. Theoretically, the 13th adhyaya starts with the saying of Sri Krishna, but some commentaries, they have included a verse, they have included a shloka starting with Arjuna asking Krishna something about this Kshetrajña. Now this shlok is actually not numbered. If this shlok is numbered, then Bhagavad Gita will have 701 verses, not 700. But most of the commentators, they believe that this verse is not part of original Bhagavad Gita, original 13th adhyaya. Now, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, in his commentary on in Gita Rahasya, he has mentioned that this seems to be a shloka which has been incorporated later by somebody, just to give it as an introduction to the Kshetrajña Vibhag Yoga. Because how can suddenly Sri Krishna start talking about Kshetrajña? There has to be some preamble, some kind of introduction. Why Sri Krishna starts talking about Kshetrajña? So, what Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak has written in his Gita Rahasya is, it is like someone at a later date, he included this portion just as an introduction before Sri Krishna's utterance. So anyway, this is unnumbered shlok, supposed to be the question asked by, or the query asked by Arjuna to Sri Krishna, which is actually not a part of a regular Bhagavad Gita. But still, we will just read it, since it is taken as, okay, it is part of the adhyaya but not numbered. So, Arjuna uvāca, prakṛtiṃ puruṣaṃ caiva kshetraṃ kṣetrajñameva etadveditumicchāmi jñānaṃ jñeyaṃ Keshava. Arjuna is saying, oh Keshava, I am desirous to know prakṛtiṃ puruṣaṃ eva. I want to know what is prakriti, what is purusha. I also want to know what is kshetra, what is kṣetrajñameva. What is kshetraṃ, kṣetrajñameva. So, what is prakriti? What is purusha? What is kshetra? What is field? What is kshetrajña? What is the knower of the field? Etadveditum. I want to know. Etadveditumicchāmi. I am desirous to know. Etam veditum ichchāmi jñānaṃ jñeyaṃ Keshava. What is the knowledge? And jñeyaṃ, what is ought to be known? Keshava, please throw some more light upon this. Like Bhakti Yoga, there is a clear-cut, transition from the Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga to Bhakti Yoga. There is a clear-cut transition that at the end of Sri Krishna, taking off that divine sight of Arjuna and coming before him in his usual wonderful, friendly form. Then Arjuna, naturally, he has that curiosity of asking Sri Krishna whether who is a most adept bhakta, worshipping in your this wonderful, lovely, ever delightful form, or the one who worships you in the formless aspect. So there was that transition. Now here there is no clear-cut transition from Bhakti Yoga to Kshetrajña Yoga. And therefore the commentators believe that somebody has put this shloka as Arjuna has asked Sri Krishna, I want to know about what is Prakriti, what is Purusha. I want to know what is field, what is knower of the field. I want to know what is knowledge and that which ought to be known. O Keshava, please tell me. So that was the preamble shloka, not a numbered shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. So now starts the first shloka of the 13th adhyaya, Kshetrajña Yoga. Srī Bhagavānuvāca. Idaṃ śarīraṃ Kaunteya kṣetramityabhidhīyate etadyo vetti tam prāhuḥ kshetrajña etadvidaha. Idaṃ śarīraṃ Kaunteya kṣetramityabhidhīyate. O Kaunteya. Now see, Krishna is telling this body is the kshetra. Idaṃ śarīraṃ kṣetraṃ. This body is the kshetra. And he is telling this to Arjuna. He has not used the term Arjuna or Partha to address Arjuna here in this shloka, since he has to talk about the kshetra as the body. So the embodied Arjuna who has come from the body of Kunti, Kaunteya is son of Kunti. So you see the choice of these names are so very specific to the meaning of the shloka and the intent of the shloka. O Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, you have come out of the body of Kunti. You have taken up this body as son of Kunti. So Krishna says, idaṃ śarīraṃ Kaunteya kshetram iti abhidhīyate. This body is, O Kaunteya, like you have the body. This body is called as kshetraṃ. Abhidhīyante is called as, this body is called as kshetraṃ. Etadyo vetti tam prāhuḥ. Etad vetti. He who knows this, this is body is the field. This body is the kshetra. He is known as the knower of the field. That is what the sages say. Etadvidaha. The knowers of that. He who knows that this body is the field, the sages say that he is called the Kshetrajña. Naturally, one who knows what the kshetra is Kshetrajña. So that is a simple definition of kshetra and kshetrajña that Sri Krishna has given, told Arjuna about to start this adhyaya of kshetra kshetrajña. This body, O Kaunteya, is the kshetra, the field, and he who knows it is called Kshetrajña by the sages. Iti tadvidaha. They call prāhuḥ. Etadyo vetti tam prāhuḥ kshetrajña iti tadvidaha. They call him. Who are they? The sages, the knowers. The knowers who, they call such a person who knows that this body is the field. They call such a person who knows this body is the field, is the kshetra, as Kshetrajña. Now, the word kshetra means field, basically. It is a medium. And one who prevails in this medium, one who understands this medium, one who understands this field is the Kshetrajña, is the knower of that field. Now, literally what happens is, Krishna emphasizes that this body is our karma bhumi for that matter. Like Kurukshetra is the Rana Bhumi, field for battle, for that battle to come up. This body is our karma bhumi. And one who knows this body to be the karma bhumi, one who knows this, one who is dwelling inside is the Kshetrajña. So this body is the kshetra. One who dwells inside is the Kshetrajña. As simple as that. And this, Sri Krishna says, even the sages have accepted this. I am of course telling you, but tam prāhuḥ, or even they who the knowers, they also explain, they also tell that the one who knows that body, who understands this body as the field, is the knower of that field. Sorry. The word kshetra means the field. It becomes increasingly productive to the extent it is improved. Now, how a field for that matter, how a farm for that matter can be made fertile? When it is properly taken care of, when it is improved, when it is given a proper nourishment, proper food in terms of the physical food, the mental food, the spiritual food, that field will definitely give the best of the produce. Similarly, in the field of this body, but the fertility of the field Yeah, it provides both for corn and the weed to strive in to thrive in it. When there is in a farm, when we are growing, the crop and vegetables, automatically it is not only that only the crops that we sow they grow, the unwanted, unnecessary, the useless weeds also crop up. Weeds also start growing at the expense of the better growth of those good plants. And then we take that decision of cutting off the weeds. So the same thing is happening in this kshetra. When the kshetrajña comes to know that unnecessary things are growing in this field, there is a need to use the discrimination power, the power of discrimination to weed out. And this is how in the actual field what is happening is also happening in this body of ours. Now how this field works, how the kshetrajña works for that matter, Sri Ramakrishna has given a very beautiful example to this effect. Sri Ramakrishna he symbolizes the body with a pot. And Sri Ramakrishna says, if you have to cook something, you put water and rice and potato inside and then you cook, isn't it, in that pot? Now pot is the kshetra. Same is the thing with us, Sri Ramakrishna says. The human body may be compared to a pot. The mind, intellect and the senses are parallel to water, rice and potato. They are put in that pot, placed on earth. Then that pot with water inside, with rice inside and potatoes inside is kept on the stove and heated up. Within a while, the pot gets heated and the water boils the rice and potato. The heat under the pot, the fire under the pot is heating the contents inside and making the rice and potato to cook. The contents then become too hot to handle, and when the rice gets cooked, when the pot, then we can't lift that, even the pot we can't lift with our bare hands. Then we need some pair of tongs or we need a piece of cloth to take it off the earth, to take it off the stove. We can't handle that pot as it is. It has become hot with the fire underneath. This heat, however, belongs to the fire. Now, pot and the contents inside, they have become hot, but who is the provider of that heat? The pot and the water inside, they have not become hot on their own. The fire underneath, they have made it hot. And Sri Ramakrishna compares this fire with the Shakti of the Brahman. This heat, however, belongs to the fire and not to the pot or its contents. Similarly, it is the Shakti of Brahman that enlivens the body, mind, intellect and the senses. So this is how this entire, the drama of the Kshetra and Kshetrajña is going on. So beautifully explained by Sri Ramakrishna in this simple example. So that is how we have started our 13th adhyaya with Sri Krishna telling Arjuna that, my dear friend, my dear Kaunteya, the body is the field, the body is the kshetra, and one who knows this, one who knows this body to be the field, one who knows this body to be the pot, and the inside, the senses, the mind are the water, rice and potato, and that khichdi is going to be cooked. One who knows this is the Kshetrajña. So this is how this wonderful adhyaya Kshetrajña Vibhaga Yoga, the discrimination of the field and the knower of the field, discrimination of Kshetra and the Kshetrajña. This is how this adhyaya has started for us. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.